Hey, welcome everybody to another episode of the Salon Scoop podcast. We are here for a digital debrief talking about TikTok, but really stimulating your creativity. And our TikTok genius, who actually manages the TikTok account for Salon S.O.S, is here with us today, Sarah Perrin. Sarah, how are you today?
I'm doing good. I was going to say Eddie's apparently not doing very good. He picked that moment to growl, so.
Oh, Eddie's not a big fan of TikTok, apparently.
Not a big TikToker, are you, dude? Calm down, lay down.
I'm sure
You're
there's
fine.
lots of fun dog videos out there.
I was going to say I'm all over those. Yeah.
What's trending on your TikTok feed these days, Sarah?
So this is it's the beauty of TikTok, but like the algorithm, and it is so bizarre, the things that will come up on your For You page. So the side of TikTok that I have somehow managed to end up on is like private chefs in the Hamptons. So I don't know how I managed I must have watched one or two videos a little bit too long, but I thoroughly enjoy it. So I'm like, just see how the rich and famous live. So works for me.
All right, fair enough. See how that evolves for you.
Yeah.
Well, so here's the reality. I think people still might have this mindset that TikTok is all about crazy dance videos by teenagers, but it's really evolved over the last 3 years. And it really is a platform that you should be on as a salon professional or with your salon company. It's grown in terms of demographics, in terms of who is watching it. People are spending a lot of time on TikTok, so there's a great opportunity to get visibility. And remember, like, that's really why we're all on social media in the first place, from a business standpoint, is to get visibility, from potential consumers. TikTok's an excellent platform for that. And, businesses are very, very present now on the platform, and you should be too. You might say, I don't know how to do, crazy videos. You don't need to do crazy videos in order to be active on TikTok. And in today's episode, we're going to break down some, just kind of different ideas, different ways that you can kind of get your TikTok content going in the right direction. A lot of people are doing, before and after hair transformations in the industry, which is great. But you don't want to just get stuck in the rut of only having that, right? You want to have a bit of a variety to your content to stimulate people. It is definitely a visual stimulation type of platform, so you need to constantly have a little bit of variety in there. Sarah, can you maybe just quickly share with us how the TikTok algorithm is different a little bit than sort of, say, Instagram Reels?
Yeah, for sure. So again, if you are even just a TikTok user and Instagram user, like, you can see how, again, the algorithm definitely targets you and kind of curates your For You page based on, even if you watch a video for 5 seconds too long, kind of thing. So it's really interesting because it's like the algorithm on TikTok doesn't necessarily show up on people's pages the same way that it does on Instagram. So sometimes from 3 months ago, all of a sudden might be at the top of someone's For You page. So it's definitely better for creating more like evergreen content and everything like that, because it is, again, constantly kind of circulating around. But the nice thing is with TikTok is it doesn't matter how big your page is. So it doesn't matter if you have 500,000 followers or 3 followers, you can still be noticed and you can still be seen by a ton of people, regardless of your audience. So it's just really good to get more eyes. Also a really good opportunity to be less formal and less salesy and a little bit more fun and creative, and kind of show that side of your business as opposed to just, the regular professional side of things. So
Absolutely. Great overview. All right, why don't you kick us off and start with some, first idea that we can share with our listeners about a different type of sort of.
Okay, so the first and most obvious one is showcasing the hair or the service that you are providing. So showing the end product, showing a before and after, showing a transition, something like that. This is something that many hairstylists are already doing. So maybe trying to find a kind of cool, different, more innovative way of showcasing that hair instead of the typical, before and after transition. Although, if we're being real, those always slap and those always go over well too. So, again, the first and easiest thing to do is just, again, straight up showcasing the work that you're doing behind the chair in the salon.
Yeah, and I always suggest, the first way to be thinking about content is make sure that you have your account and start watching other videos, right? Start watching other beauty, hair videos that are out there from, maybe some people, stylists that have been doing this for 3 years or so, and they've probably perfected, how to create these cool transitions, transformations, and you can use that as a bit of a guide, right, to kind of then do your own. So that's a great way to just kind of get some inspiration on the best ways to kind of create those transformation videos in a fun way. Second thing that I would share is behind the scenes stuff, right? Everyone loves to go behind the scenes, and TikTok specifically thrives on authenticity and that type of content. It tends to get a lot of positive viewership. So you can take advantage of this really by, giving either your followers, or as Sarah said, they might not be following you, but you can still get a lot of views on videos. Just take them, behind the scenes, what goes on behind closed doors at your salon, right? You don't have to just show the perfected, hair results. Have just film some fun stuff with, with your staff, prepping in the back room, joking a little bit. You can kind of just pull together a few different clips that maybe during one day, a few different things that were going on behind the scenes. Capture those moments, right, of happy faces, of laughing people, of, stylists, mixing maybe some clients, smiling or having a wonderful experience, funny things that might happen. Try to just capture as many things, and literally just kind of like can snip together little clippets of it to have a, behind the scenes, or what happened behind the scenes today in our salon. You could even do that, once a week very easily. And people love to see kind of that content that's, not perfected and, and perfect, right?
For sure. And I think it's important to note too, and again, if you are a TikTok user, I'm sure you've been sucked into these videos, but it doesn't matter how mundane or like boring it seems to you, the person actually recording the video. For some reason, people love watching that. So I know I've been sucked into like, watch me pack an online order or watch me mix a color. Like it can turn into some ASMR stuff. Like I'm like, there's all sorts of ways that you can do this. And like, again, it doesn't have to be this crazy, creative, exciting idea. Sometimes something as simple as like, watch me mix up this toner for my client. So another thing that you can do to kind of try and reach, like more reach on TikTok, is collaborate with influencers. So we've talked about this in, former blog posts and podcasts, that the power of influencer marketing on industry is definitely becoming, more of a thing, and there is a lot of reach with that. So again, if you do already have salon influencers or ambassadors or something like that, next time they're at the salon, come up with a collaborative idea.
Love that. All right, number 4 is taking advantage of trends. And often there's these challenges that go out, and you see like multiple accounts are sort of doing the same type of video. If you haven't, been on TikTok, start watching. This is the best way to do it. Just watching other videos, regularly, you're going to see some trends that are happening, right? And those become very, very popular in the TikTok algorithm that they get shown. So somebody who's watched, 1 or 2 of those videos are going to start to get shown other similar style videos because they're showing an interest in that. So if you can jump on those trends and just kind of emulate it. And many times they're super simple. It's not about these complicated, dance routines or anything. I've seen some where it's literally like just like a row of people, 8 to 12 people, and the camera just kind of like pans across, and each person kind of like turns their head, towards the camera. And at the end, one person has something, kind of funny at the end. They can be sometimes as simple and silly as that. and therefore very easy for you to recreate on your own, right? So just kind of watch what's happening. And when you see recurring trends, right, or little maybe challenges, especially related to the beauty industry, if you see other salons and they're doing similar stuff, just try to recreate that, right? So again, copy it and do your own version of it to kind of join the trend and get a lot of visibility.
For sure. And just to kind of piggyback off of that, Scott, something that I do for even like the Salon S.O.S page, when I am just doing that kind of mindless scrolling, if I find a video that I like, I will save the audio. So you can do that pretty easily by just clicking on the actual audio thing and just saving it to your favorites. I'll save the video for like the actual visual kind of inspiration and everything like that. But so if you see something, just pop it in the save. And then when you do have the time to actually record and execute the video, all of a sudden you have this full list of, you know, trending sounds and trends and things like that to kind of follow and everything like that. So just save it and go back to it when you have the time.
Great tip.
So then kind of our fifth tip would be to educate and inspire. Now, I know that TikTok definitely is more of like an entertainment kind of platform. People are, like you said, putting, you know, videos of them dancing and doing all of these things, and it's just kind of for mindless scrolling, but it's also an awesome platform for education. So everything from, and again, I kind of want to like touch back on like anything that seems mundane and uninteresting and boring to you might be like the tip that, you know, that scroller needed to be able to, you know, put their hair up effectively. Even the most basic of tips that might seem like nothing to you can be super, super impactful to share on your TikTok. So again, educate, like you can educate from everything from what to ask for at your next salon appointment to this is the best salon etiquette to this is how you apply K18 mask. Like there's all sorts of different things that you can kind of go through. So, you know, take some of your frequently asked questions from your clients and put it into a short video form.
Yeah, one of the most popular TikTok accounts out there, not in the beauty industry, it's someone called Miss Excel. And literally all she does is give tips for how to use Excel, if anyone knows the spreadsheet software. And it's massive, her following and the views that she gets. So, you know, she's just added a little bit of a fun way of doing it, which kind of has gotten the attention, but you can definitely do an amazing amount of work with your TikTok account by giving education and tips, as Sarah just mentioned. I would say like best practices overall kind of for all of this is number one, consistency is important. So the platform tends to reward, you know, creators who are posting on a consistent basis. So just try to make a regular posting schedule that works for you. And, you know, if something doesn't work, don't worry too much about the metrics, just kind of stay active with it. Some videos for whatever reason are going to get like, you know, 2 views, you know, others are going to get a few hundred, maybe you're going to have some that have a few thousand. Just keep, you know, keep consistent with your schedule. Second thing is timing, right? It's great to be posting typically the sort of early evenings or into the evenings tend to perform very well. So sort of maybe between 6 p.m. and 9 p.m. During the weekdays and during the day on weekends have a little bit greater chance to increase your reach and engagement. Hashtags are key on TikTok for people to find. So again, watch what other beauty, you know, companies are doing, but try to put some relevant beauty related hashtags, incorporate that into your captions. That can help you. But finally, I would say that shorter videos tend to perform the best on TikTok. It's very much an instant gratification type of platform. So if you can, even if you're doing education and tips, you know, you don't want to go on with too long. If you can do like 15-second videos, even sometimes 7-second, 30-second, find ways to keep them short and sweet, and just make that your style. So keep that in mind as you start, you know, building your content for TikTok. Sarah, any last sort of comments or suggestions to our audience as we wrap up here?
I think you kind of touched on it just there, but I think just not taking yourself too seriously on TikTok. I know on, you know, some other platforms, you definitely want to make sure that you're, again, maintaining professionalism and everything like that. And not that TikTok, you want to go completely off the rails or anything, but it is your opportunity to be more goofy and silly and authentic and everything like that. So, and like you said too, don't get too caught up in the metrics. It's a new platform and it's likely new for you to be using as well. So it's a bit of a learning curve to see what works and what doesn't. And sometimes you think something is absolutely going to slap and perform super well, and it is just an absolute flop. So just try not to let those types of things get to you too much. And just, again, keep on creating and keep on posting and get as much content out there as possible.
Awesome. Everybody, you can go and follow us on TikTok, get some inspiration. We are at salon.s.o.s. And we look forward to seeing your creations. Please tag us, you know, so we can sort of see and maybe share some of your content as well. But the main message is TikTok. The clock is waiting for you to get on TikTok. Go do it now. Have a great day, everyone.